welcome back to the Real Southern Garden. I'm Sarah, and today we are headed to Lowe's to check out their inventory for July. So we're mid to end of July now. The clearance rack has some really great stuff on it, depending on what store you're at, obviously, and what time of the week you're there. I'm going to tell you something. I scored some really great deals in this video. In fact, I got a lot of plants that hadn't even made their way to the clearance rack yet, but they were on their way there. So I got them before they even got to the rack. They were about to be marked down. So basically, they were going to be on the clearance rack. But I was there on this video is going to be out tomorrow. What day is today? Today is Tuesday. Tuesday. And I got a bunch of them that the manager was taking to the clearance rack before they ever got there. I scored some amazing caladiums, which are huge. We've had so much rain here in Georgia. I need to try to pull the old video back. These exact caladiums were sitting in the spot they were when I picked them up today, like a month ago, and they were tiny. But we've had so much rain. They are huge. I've never seen caladiums get so big in a container. You'll see that in the video. I picked up the white ones. I really wanted the other ones. You'll see what I'm talking about, but they're probably going to get bent up in my truck. So I went for the white ones that were a little bit smaller, still very, very large for their container size. Anyway, got those. Also got a couple other great things that I'm actually going to use on my farm stand as a cut flower. So you'll see that coleus makes a really great cut greenery for your bouquets. If you want to make a bouquet, I need to start saying bouquet. A bouquet for yourself, or maybe you are in the cut flower business. Coleus works really great. So anyway, let's head out to Lowe's. Let's see what they've got, and let me show you what I picked up in the video. Let's go.
All right, so here we are at Lowe's. And if you are local, this is the West Cobb Marietta Lowe's. So you can check it out if you are actually here in the greater Atlanta area. So let's see what they've got for annuals. They've got some beautiful ones that are still looking really healthy. They've got some that just came off of the truck. So we've got some coleus here. This is the flamethrower. They've got some pentas that are really taking the heat well. I always tell people, and you can see these are all $9.98. I always tell people that when you go to the garden center in late July, you can really see which plants can take the brutal heat of summer and are going to stand up in your garden. So it really is a great time to go. These sun patients, I love them. They do so great in the shade or the sun. In fact, I just bought some for a very sunny location and I'm super excited about it. Lantana, they had all shades. There's a white shade of lantana now. You'll see that later in the video. Still have lots of beautiful vinca. Those are great for the end of summer into fall when it gets really hot. Here's the yellow lantana here. I don't think this was the white one. I think this one was a blended one. The white one is coming up here in a bit. And I personally have never seen white lantana until today. Mexican heather, another great annual that really spruces up a spot. And then we have more lantana. They have a new dwarf variety. This one is not it, but I will show you that in just a second. It stays smaller and more compact. This Angelonia is gorgeous. All the pollinators were flocking to her. $16.98. They did have one of these on the clearance rack, and it looked pretty good. It wasn't in bad shape. There was only one. $16.98 at the top for the moss rose. Down here, the balloon flower. Such a delicate looking little flower. I love the shape and the color. So pretty. And then coming up here, we've got some salvia. It is not in full bloom right now, but you can still see the purple color on this one. And then we're moving over to, I think this one is called Sunbeckia. Is that the correct? Yes, Summerina, actually. It is a perennial. I have not grown this one. It is a cross between, I believe, a sunflower and Rebecca. It's very, very beautiful, but I can't tell you. I haven't grown it myself, but it definitely looks like a fun one to try, especially as we move into fall. And then we've got some tropicals coming up here. A very striking hibiscus, this red one. Wow. And these guys have gotten so big in these containers. $17.98. We just had a ton of rain here in Georgia. I mean, it rains almost every single day. $17.98 for this foxtail fern. And then moving up to some begonias that are fresh off of the truck. All of these are $1.98. My favorite one is this really pale pink with the dark foliage. I don't see it on this rack today. Then we have more annuals, all $1.98. They have tons of vinca. Vinca, as you know, are fabulous annuals for deep summer into fall because they can really take the heat, and they prefer, actually, like if it's a little bit dry where you live, they can hang with a little bit less water. They're pretty great plants. Back on the back, they've got lots of knockout roses. These were not on special. I believe at some stores they were, but they're $25.98, and you can't go wrong with knockouts. I love my garden roses, but I also have knockout roses in certain spots on my property because they are so prolific, they are so disease resistant, and they are fun additions to a landscape. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of all roses pretty much, just depending on where you're putting them in your landscape. Then we've got red bell peppers and green bell peppers and all kinds of peppers. I did not see any tomato plants left here at this Lowe's. I think a lot of the Lowe's in the South are kind of moving those out, and they've got tons of cucumbers, and they had okra, and they had butternut squash starts if you needed those. Lots of good things, but it looks like the tomato plants are pretty much gone. I know that Walmart did have a couple. They still had basil and all the good herbs. I did not see any cilantro. I think people bought all the cilantro up because a lot of the cilantro was allegedly affected by the parasite. You guys probably know. So they had no cilantro. And then we're moving into some crepe myrtles. And if you're a Southerner, you know that we only have those gorgeous crepe myrtles here in the South. They don't have them up north because it gets too cold for them. Sunfinity sunflowers. I have grown these. I wanted to love them because they're a reblooming sunflower, but they got so much powdery mildew for me here in Georgia. Maybe they'll come out with a new cultivar eventually, but they did not do well for me. $13.98 for those moss rose. $13.98 here as well for the, wow, I'm drawing a blank right now, marigolds. And they are the more traditional marigold, not the French marigold. And then we also have some Mexican heather coming in here. $5.98 for this size. That is a great little plant that also does pretty well when it gets really, really hot, and it'll take you to fall. This is a plant that I am not familiar with, but wanted to show you. It's a beautiful purple color. It's in a hanging basket, and I don't know. I've never grown it, but there you go. All right, caladiums. Oh my goodness, look at the size of these caladiums. Okay, they are in a larger pot. I'm going to try to show you, but they're not in that large of a pot. They have just gone crazy with all of the rain that we have had here in Georgia. Now, we were in a drought in the spring, but then it's rained every single day for, I don't know, 60 days or something. That's the pot size. I have never seen a caladium do this to this size. I wanted to take that one home with me, but I couldn't figure out a way to transport it in my pickup truck. I'd have to lay it down and wrap it, and I just didn't want to break it. So I got these instead, these white ones. I got them on sale. You can see the slash in them. They hadn't made their way to the clearance rack yet, but they were 50% off, and I got to get them, and I love them. They're going to be great until it gets cold. Then they also have this variety. I also really love this red and green. So pretty. Also have gone just gangbusters here in the rain in these containers. I've filmed these containers for several months, and they were small. They are not anymore. Gardenia is frost-proof. That is a really good one. It goes down to zone 7, I believe. Some coleus. Check this out. I picked up 6 of these. I got them 50% off. Look at the color, that burgundy with the green. So, so beautiful. I plan to use those in some cut flower arrangements. So I'm really excited to have them for the fall. I think they're going to be great. All right, more caladiums. These are also a really good size. I mean, they just have loved the rain that we have had here. Then up at the top, they have some begonia hanging baskets. I think they're priced pretty fairly. They weren't on discount or anything like that, but they look really healthy and they're looking really great. White's a favorite color of mine for shady spots. Creeping Jenny, they really don't have a whole lot of the Creeping Jenny left. It looks like somebody cleaned them out on that. They had a whole, this whole area was Creeping Jenny. And then of course, Mondo grass, guys. If any of you need Mondo grass, just come get it from me. I've got it all over my property. I'll probably be digging out Mondo grass from now until forever. I'll never get rid of it in the spots I don't want it, and that's okay. I'm just gonna live with it at this point. Polka dot plant. Reminds me a lot of coleus, but not the same. And then moving on over here to some more. These are some of the early violas that they're getting in. I'm not quite ready for those yet. They scream fall, and I'm not ready for fall at all. So what else do we have over here? Some more little fun annuals that you could plug into a container or spruce up an area. Lots and lots of Mexican heather. Some caladiums that are living their life over here in more direct sun, and they are doing pretty well. I usually put mine in shade, but clearly they can take it. Over here, not petunias, my goodness, pentas. A different color, a purple. They have a purple and a pink penta. Then I wanted to show you, this is a nice little chartreuse color in this plant. And then moving over here, these are looking a little bit worn out. I love the fuchsia with the yellow stripe, and they are $35.98. They're gonna be on the clearance rack soon, without a doubt. In fact, if I'd asked about them, they probably already would be there. But I didn't want them. I did pick up some of these, not these. These petunias were looking a little bit ragged. These drop-in containers, I like them for certain things, okay? I occasionally will buy them, and I did pick up a couple of these Sun Patience that you're looking at right here, and I paid full price, but I wanted something front and center where you enter in my gates, so decided that they would be worth it. Some different blends of coleus. Honestly, I don't really think that price is worth it. I would just buy a couple coleus myself and put them together. Sun Patience are pretty pricey, so these were $17.98, but if I was to buy like 3 of them and put them together, they're not going to get that big that fast, and they run around $8 a piece. So in reality, that is not a bad deal there for that drop-in Sun Patient. I really did like this peachy shade as well, but where I'm going to put them at my front gate, and I need to do a video on that new front gate flower bed, or those 2 beds, I wanted a cooler tone, so I went with the other ones. Over here, what do we have? Oh yes, more gorgeous crepe myrtles. I bought some of these on clearance last year. I'm going to show you these in a video coming up, and they are thriving. They're doing so well. A lot of these plants will be on sale in the next couple months. They'll be hitting the clearance rack. I think they still have quite a bit of inventory on the crepe myrtles. I doubt they're going to move all of it. This red right here, oh my, this color. I need to find a place to put that. $26.98 for this size. It looks like it's a 2-gallon. Just such a really striking color. Really love it. And then we had a couple plants that fell over, as you can see. Sadly, we had some wind on this day. Okay, this is another plant that I wanted to buy, and I actually forgot after I did the video, and then I did my shopping. I forgot about it. But these garden phlox bloom for such a long time, from midsummer and on, and they smell so good. This is a different variety than I have. I have a blue one that comes back every year. It's perennial, and it blooms in the spring, and I would love that variety. This plant is a new plant for me. I have never seen this plant before. It's a very delicate looking hanging basket, very gorgeous flower on it. And then we've got, what else do we have? Okay, yes, all of the Encore azaleas are doing their thing. They are blooming again. Sometimes Lowe's puts these on special. They have not been that I have seen this year. But if you are in the market for some Encore azaleas, now is a good time to go to the garden center, because you can see what they actually look like, all the different varieties. Certain ones seem to bloom more than other ones. Just the nature of plants, you know, and how they do their thing. I have several in my garden. This particular one, this white one, Autumn Lily, I really like her, and I have her in my rose garden. Then there's also a couple peach ones that are really nice, Autumn Sangria. That's a really large size there of that particular azalea. Huge. And then some more plants that fell down. All right, moving back. This smells like candy. This is called Trippy Pink. What a great name. Trippy Pink butterfly bush. I think I need this plant. It smells so good. I have the more traditional purple butterfly bush. I think I have Pugster, if I remember correctly, what I have in my garden. And I love her too, but that Trippy Pink is something. I really like it. And then a moment for Nandina. Nandina is underrated. It is such a hardy plant. Oh my goodness. If you live in zones, particular ones will go down to zone 6. Most are zone 7, but I mean, it can just take full sun. It doesn't need a lot of water. It just does its thing. It's a great plant, and it's great in cut flower arrangements, by the way. A lot of people don't know that. Okay, moving on to some roses. These roses have been here for a while. They are not discounted. There's an iceberg blend there with the burgundy and the white. Not a fan of iceberg here in the south. It gets a lot of black spot. Do what you will with that information. But they do have some, if you want some, at Lowe's. Let's head back to the clearance rack. Let's see what they've got back there. So I'm actually really glad, of course, that I got some things that were headed to the clearance rack before they got to the clearance rack, because it wasn't looking fabulous out here today, guys. They had a lot of ivy, English ivy. You got to be careful with that because it'll definitely spread, but you can control it if you want to. They had lots of that. Then we're moving on to some coleus. This coleus looked a little raggedy. It was going to be $4 a piece, but you know what? I can get a better size plant for just a tiny bit more, and no, wasn't a fan of that. Plus, it's not a perennial, right? So it's not going to be around for too long. I need it to look a little bit better if I'm going to be cutting on it, especially because I'm using it for vases, for cut flower arrangements and vases. They had some ferns out here. Sorry about that whiplash there with the camera. This is on sale. This was one of the Angelonia that is marked down. It didn't look bad. It was just, laid over a little bit. I think some wind had got her. And what else was on the clearance rack? I would imagine as we move closer to fall, as always, Lowe starts to really get a lot more out here on the racks. And the thing is, if you go on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Thursday, sometimes you can get some things before they ever make it to the rack. If the manager is there, especially, they're working on marking things down, you can really score some deals. So if you can get by there during the day or maybe after work, sometimes it really pays to go during the week. And then moving away from the clearance rack, this is the white lantana. I have never seen white lantana, but today was the day that I did. This must be a newer plant. Anyway, I like a lot of white flowers because they do show up really well. That is not focused. Here we go. There we go. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out to you guys. Here is the coleus. I'm back here at this rack again, picking up more of it. I got them for $4 a piece. They were $8.98. Got them 50% off because they were on their way to the clearance rack, and I bought 6. And then here's a little look at some of the goodies. I got the welcome sign for $10. I got some caladiums, 3 of those, 6 of the coleus, and 2 sun patient drop-in containers for my front beds.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what you're doing and what is going on in your world as we get into deep summer. We are definitely in deep summer right now. It is so hot today. And I will see you guys back here in the next video right here at the Real Southern Garden. Bye, guys.